Hey guys, Steve Welch here with your fact of the day. Got some facts that you might not know about the planet Venus. Now we've all seen it our entire lives, of course, and it's the brightest star that's in the sky at night. But there's a lot of things about it that are different than even other planets. So I've got 8 things here from the Royal Museums in Greenwich, which is English, about the planet Venus that you might find really interesting, because I do, right? So one day on Venus is actually longer than a year. Hard to figure that part out, right? But it's actually right. So Venus takes longer to rotate once on its axis, which is considered a day, than it does to travel around the sun, which is considered a year, right? So it takes 243 Earth days to rotate one time on its axis. And that's the longest rotation of any planet in the solar system, and only 224.7 Earth days to complete an orbit of the sun. So that's the year, right? Pretty interesting, I thought. So number 2, Venus is hotter than Mercury, even though Mercury's closer to the sun. So its mean temperature, so the median temperature for the year or so, is 462 degrees centigrade or 864 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's hot enough to melt lead. All right, so it says because of the high concentration of carbon dioxide in Venus's atmosphere, which works to produce an intense greenhouse effect where heat is trapped in the atmosphere like a blanket, causing the temperature of the planet to be much higher than the proximity to the sun would suggest. So number 3, right? So unlike other planets in our solar system, Venus spins clockwise. Every other planet in the solar system spins counterclockwise. So they all spin counterclockwise on their axes and orbit the sun in a counterclockwise direction, or anti-clockwise, as this article said. But Venus also orbits the sun anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, but its unusual axis rotation is due to being upside down. And that's true. So it says it was knocked off of its upright position earlier in history. All right. So also pretty interesting, right? So astronomers believe that at some point colliding with a celestial body tilted Venus so far off its original position that it is now upside down. The only other planet to spin in a weird direction is Uranus, which is on its side, right? So it's probably a result of another collision. Question is, might they have collided with each other? That'd be kind of interesting, right? But who knows what the answer to that is? Might never know, but it's an interesting thing to ponder. So number 4, Venus is the second brightest natural object in the sun after the moon. So the moon is number 1, Venus is number 2. The clouds of sulfuric acid in Venus's atmosphere make it reflective and shiny, obscuring our view of its surface. Its brightness makes it visible even during the day if it's clear and you know where to look. So pretty interesting, right? So now number 5 is that Venus has an atmosphere 90 times the pressure of Earth. So what you feel that comes down on you as you're just standing out here in the rain, but what you feel as it comes down on you, that is the atmospheric pressure, right? So it says it has the same pressure that's found at a depth of 1 kilometer or about 0.62 miles into the Earth's ocean. So if you were that deep, that's the pressure that you would feel on you, right? So now number 6, Venus is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. It's thought that Venus was named after the beautiful Roman goddess counterpart to the Greek Aphrodite due to its bright, shiny appearance in the sun. Of the 5 planets known to ancient astronomers, it would have been the brightest. Venus, number 7, Venus was the first planet to have its motions plotted across the sun as early as the 2nd millennia BC. All right, so it was easy to spot with the naked eye. It's impossible to say who discovered it, but over the centuries we have been able to measure Venus's motions, including the rare transit of Venus, where the planet appears across the face of the sun. And number 8, we tend to say Venusian, not Venerian. The following the rules of Latin, we should say Venerian when it's an adjective describing things related to Venus. However, it's deemed to be too close to the word venereal. More commonly used word is Venusian, despite its clunky etymology. So that's it, right? So 8 things you might not have known about Venus from the Royal Museum's Greenwich. It's right off their website. It's an interesting thing to think. I heard the one thing about Venus actually having the longer day than it did the year, and kind of went into researching it, found out those 8 things. So just wanted to make those my fact for the day. 8 things you did not know about Venus. Is there anything you already knew? Anything that I broke news on you about? Venus has been around for a while. It's been doing the same things for longer than that. So, but let me know what you guys think. Steve Welch, your fact of the day. Hoping to have made you just a little bit smarter than what you were yesterday. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.